you guys. I'm Miss Hussey, as you know, and I will be reading chapters 7 through 9 today from Saving Winslow. So let's start with chapter 7, Avoid the Ball. Louis missed his brother Gus and wished he had not joined the army, even though it was what Gus had most wanted to do and everyone was so proud of him. "You'll be serving our country," Louis's father had said. Louis hoped he could serve his country too, and he sometimes imagined himself standing on a hilltop guarding the territory. Sometimes his arms were spread wide as if to shield everyone behind him. Was that serving? Gus's favorite sports were basketball, baseball, soccer, and football, and although Gus had tried to interest Louis in these games, Louis gradually understood that he did not have Gus's natural talent. He was particularly wary of sports that involved balls. When he tried to throw, kick, dribble, or bat them, they rarely went where he intended. When someone else threw, kicked, dribbled, or batted a ball, Louis was unable to anticipate where it was aimed. After one especially frustrating soccer practice, Louis's coach said, not unkindly, "Louis, you seem to, avoid the ball." "Right," Louis said. "When it's coming at me, I don't know where to move. I can't get out of the way." "You're not supposed to get out of the way." "Yes, I am." Maybe sports are not your thing, Louis." Later that night, he asked Gus, "But what is my thing? If it's not sports, then what?" "Don't worry, Louis. You have plenty of time to figure that out." But Louis did worry. He feared he would never find something he was good at or something he was passionate about as Gus was about sports. Chapter 8. Gus. After his brother left for the army, Louis wondered how the absence of one person could take so much air out of the house. He kept bumping into empty pockets, spaces that Gus had previously inhabited. The couch with cushions squished. The kitchen counter always dotted with sandwich makings, bread and mayonnaise and mustard and bologna and peanut butter. The bed across from his. The porch cluttered with Gus's smelly shoes and sweatshirts. All these places were now missing signs of Gus. He and his parents hovered over each letter and postcard from Gus. They were hungry for his voice and his news, but he rarely phoned, didn't write often, and his news was not elaborate. Life was okay or not too bad. Once he said it was great, but he did not explain why it was great. The food was okay or not too bad, though one time he and his buddies had pizza. It was great. "Not the biggest vocabulary," Louis's father observed. At first, Gus had signed his letters simply Gus, and then it was "Miss you, Gus." But lately, each letter closed with the same 3 words. "Remember me, Gus." Of course they would remember him. Louis always thought that when he saw that signature. What a crazy thing to say. But it made him worry about Gus. And now, when Louis was holding Winslow, coaxing him to drink, wishing him stronger, he hoped that if Gus were sick or injured, someone would watch over him. Chapter 9. What's the point? One morning, Louis's mother, standing at the top of the cellar stairs, announced visitors. "Hey, Louis, we've come to see the sickly donkey." It was Mac, clomping down the stairs, followed by Claudine and Nora. Claudine rushed to Winslow. "Aww." Nora stood a few steps back, staring at Winslow. "May I touch it?" Claudine asked. "I could die from its cuteness." Everything about Claudine was soft and elegant. Her voice, her hair, her clothes, even the way she stood was soft and loose. Nora, however, did not appear soft. She looked as if she had crawled out of a shed in dirty jeans and an oversized black coat and rather large black rubber boots. Her hands and feet seemed too big for the rest of her. Nora did not say, "Aw," when she saw Winslow, but she said, "Ugh." She looked around the basement at the stone walls and the concrete floor, at the buckets and hoses and rakes stacked in one corner, at the narrow cot, at Winslow's pile of hay, and then at Winslow. What you got that thing in here for? You sure it's a donkey? Doesn't look like a donkey. Looks like a possum goat. A possum goat? What's that? Louis asked. A thing that looks like a possum married a goat and had a baby that came out looking like that. Don't mind Nora, Claudine said in her soft, soft voice. That's just the way she talks. Don't mind Claudine, Nora added. That's just the way she talks. Mac lifted Winslow from Louis's arms and studied him. Gaining a little weight since I first saw him, isn't he? Still pretty spindly. Eyes are better, though, brighter. Maybe he's going to make it. Of course he's going to make it, Louis said, even though he was not sure from one day to the next. He felt it would be betraying Winslow, though, if he did not believe Winslow would make it. Little thing like that, Nora said, doesn't seem half alive to me. He's still new, Louis said. He didn't know why he said that. It sounded dumb to him the minute it came out of his mouth. Some newborns struggle to get going. Oh, I know all about that, Nora said. You do? Sure, our brother... Claudine interrupted her. Oh, shush, Nora. Your jabbering is bothering this poor little donkey. He's quivering. I'm not jabbering, and I am not bothering that poor possum goat. Nora looked Louis in the eye. Our brother was born 2 months early. So was I, Louis said. I was a pitiful, scrawny, struggling thing. Nora touched Louis's arm with one finger. But you made it. Oh. It was surprising, Louis thought, how much one simple sentence could affect your opinion of someone. Do you want to hold Winslow? He asked Nora. Nope. What's the point? Claudine nudged her sister. Cut it out, Nora. Don't be mean. I'm not being mean. I don't see the point of holding that thing if it's going to die anyway. And that is the end of chapter 9. All right, I hope you enjoy the rest of the book. It's really good. See you later.